I have never been in a relationship. Yup, Ardell, this girl, I've never had a boyfriend. Hi everybody, welcome back to another one of my videos. I hope, as always, to inspire you to capture the vision of your life. If you are new to my channel, hi, welcome. Please remember to subscribe and to click that gray bell to be notified the moment I upload another video every Wednesday and on the weekends on all things ADHD, mental well-being, and personal development. Today's video is going to be about a topic that we have been requesting for quite some time, ADHD and dating and relationships. Now, I have wanted to make this video for quite some time. The longer I put it off, and then the closer I got to Valentine's Day, I was just like, you know what? We might as well just save this video for the season at hand. You know, love is in the air. So let's get to talking. Now, stay tuned to the end to hear my take on ADHD in relationships, but more just my personal opinion. Because it is really to each his own, and it's a unique topic to everybody. I think everybody has their own little story, their own little journey with dating and relationships in general. Whether you do or don't have ADHD, there's always somebody's opinion or advice. And for me, stay to the end and you will hear mine. The more I looked into it, the more I realized it was just too much for me to tackle in one foul swoop of a video. So I'm going to do my best effort to kind of touch on the subject. ADHD and dating and relationships. Obviously, dating is different than relationships because dating is usually what goes before relationships, unless you're one of those type of people that just jump in head first, which, you know, with ADHD and our inability to control ourselves, some people probably feel like that might be the truth. So with dating comes a lot of awkward experiences. And I have been on so many dates. I've been set up with people. I have gone on dates by joining online dating apps and things like that. And for me, I've had really good dates, and it wound up with me never hearing from the guy again. And I've had okay dates that I think I just let the relationship or the dating experience kind of drag on. Just because I was bored and it was like somebody to hang out with. And I was like, well, maybe I'll see if this turns into something. But for the most part, when you have ADHD and you're on a date, a lot of times I feel like it's one of two things. Either you're really shy and you're really socially awkward and you don't really say the right things and you feel like you are a sim on a date and you just like wait for the cue to laugh whenever said person says a joke or things like that. Or it's like you over disclose and you don't know when to shut up and you tell too much about yourself way too soon and you scare the person away and you unfortunately probably liked them. Usually when I like somebody, I don't know how to act. And that has been my legacy. I like a guy and they don't like me back, or they like me and I don't like them. Basically, this video is really comical for me to make because I have never been in a relationship. Yup, Ardell, this girl, I've never had a boyfriend. I can't believe I'm sharing this with the world, but I have been single my entire life. I have had guys that I have dated for an extended period of time, but it never got to that like DTR, declare the relationship level, where we were like, we are committed to one another. It always ended where they stopped liking me or I stopped liking them for whatever reason. A lot of times I was overwhelmed. Like, I would like future project, like, do I even want to marry this guy? And instead of just letting it go at the pace that it was in, I would over freak out or just be underwhelmed and just not really be interested. And I would back out. We tend to scare people away, or we just like bore them away, or we ourselves are scared away, or we get bored and we lose interest. So that has been my legacy with dating and relationships. I have never been in one, and it usually is because the guy doesn't like me as much as I like them. And maybe I come off a little too like insecure, I think, or they like me more than I like them, and I'm really bored and I don't really care. So it has never been a perfect match for me. I've never been in a relationship. I have been as single as they come. I've had a legacy of people always trying to hook me up with people trying to have me go on dates with people, and I don't tell this to anybody anymore. So the fact that I'm even sharing this with the World Wide Web is, it's a little, walking out on that invisible ledge and just trusting that I'm doing this to share with the world that I just wanted you to know that you're not alone. There's nothing wrong with you. In my singleness, I am more content now than I've ever been in my entire life. And that is what I wanted you to stay to this point to hear my opinion on ADHD, dating, and relationships. I think until you are completely content and completely whole within who you are as a person, it would be wise, from my perspective, to wait to be in a relationship. And I think the reason why I've been single most of my life, in the way I've always been a little cautious to get into relationships, and I think maybe I always liked guys that didn't like me because it was a safe bet that they would never want to be in a relationship with me, is because I was almost self-sabotaging, because there was a part deep inside of me that has witnessed so many bad relationships that I didn't want to get into one until I knew it was good for me. But it was never going to be good for me until I worked on being good to myself. I know that's a lot of like self-acceptance, self-love, and self-awareness talk that I feel like are constantly hearing all the time, but it is so true. Right now, I am in a paradox. I am wanting to get married and I would love to have a family, and at the same time, I am completely content in my singleness, and I am okay if I never did get married. Reason being is I'm completely whole and content in who I am. Right now, I can say full-heartedly that I am in love with life, and I am really happy with where I'm at. I am nowhere near where I want to be, and definitely constantly aspiring to go towards the idea of the vision that I want to capture for my life. But at the same time, I daily try to actively sit with my self-contentedness, if that makes sense. I know that not everybody has a faith that they can claim of their own, but now I have a full relationship with my Creator. I've accepted Jesus Christ in my heart, and He has kind of become my true love. And so I feel like for me, I'm at a place where I am completely loved by myself and by my higher power, that I'm okay with not having anybody. I know that's a lot, and I know that this video might not be what people with ADHD are coming to look for, and there are so many amazing videos and so many amazing resources out there on ADHD and relationships. This video is more about you. Learn to love you on this Valentine's Day, and let me say from experience, this will be my 34th Valentine's Day, single and not alone, but single and not in a relationship, and I'm okay. Learn to be full and content in your singleness before you ever think that you can find somebody to complete you, because you never will. I have witnessed a lot of really bad relationships in my life, and bad examples of what relationships are that have only brought like destruction and sadness to the world around them. To the best of your ability, love yourself, so when you get into a relationship, whether it works or doesn't work, it ends peacefully and it ends with love. And I think that being in a relationship and dating anybody, it starts with loving yourself first. So you bring a whole complete version of you to the table. The good, the bad, the ugly. When you are self-content and you love you and you know your boundaries, you know your non-negotiables, which if you watch my last video, I talked about isolation and ADHD, which it could be a good thing if you learn about yourself. When you do that, you present yourself to the world as somebody that is ready to be in a relationship, you'll meet somebody and you'll be willing to accept them for where they're at if they have done the exact same work. I know that's a lot to say, and obviously I can't even speak from experience because I've never been in a relationship. But until I meet that person, I'm completely content in being single and working on myself and my mental well-being and my personal development and my ADHD, all of it. I am completely content in myself and who I am as a person. I know this video might not be what you were expecting or looking for. I had a hard time giving advice on relationships because I've never actually been in one. So this video again might not be what you were expecting. I hope that you enjoyed watching this video. If you got something out of it, let me know in the comment section below. Please share with your friends. If you like this video, let me know by giving it one big thumbs up. Please remember to subscribe to my channel and to click that gray bell to be notified the moment I upload another video every Wednesday and on the weekends. And you all must know that you are in my prayers, and I will see you next week. Talk to you later. Bye.